Alright guys, you know I've been using the Audio Dynamics DSP for years. This little guy right here, which is the 46AT auto tuning DSP, 4 channels in, 6 channels out. Let me show you something. Now this here is the Hi-Fi DSP 6.8. It's got the controller plug, PC tune cable. It's got an optical and a coax, so you can do multiple different types of intakes and outputs. 6.8 AT, or not the AT, does not have auto tune functionality, but this is gonna look real good on my board. Yeah, get her done. Oh yeah, also comes with this guy. This guy has a little jog knob, does all the stuff. You can set stuff in here. You can adjust the sub and the main volume, and you can go in here and change tunes and all kinds of stuff with this. Very functional. And then of course the cord that goes with that. So we got the whole setup here. Check it out. Now I got this guy up here. I'm gonna put this guy up here. Cool. Most of this stuff will just transfer right over, but with small changes. But I like the way this whole setup is better than the other one, and it gives me the option to do other things in the future, which we will discuss. Let's get it started. All right, equipment wise, this is actually the best setup for this, what I'm doing, right? It's got all the stuff I need. It does the job perfectly for this SPL build and any other build, really. It does have a 4 in, 6 out, where the other one has 6 in, 8 out. So the channels are a little more limited, but this is all the channels you need for an SPL build. What I don't like is the way the cords run. You get these plugs with these cords, and it's always bothered me that these were here, and I don't like this, okay? So this is what I'm trying to get rid of and make it cleaner. Now this guy has 6 inputs over here and then 8 outputs down here. We're not going to be using the inputs. It also has a coaxial input and an optical input, and it has high level inputs right here. So you can run your speakers from your stereo straight into this and do the thing. We're not going to be using any of that. We're going to be using the Bluetooth input. So we're only really interested in the outputs and the controller and the PC tune, so we can plug our computer into it and tune it. So I got all the stuff done. Got these guys hooked up, which is power to the DSP and also controls the amps. I got these RCAs run right now. They're just sort of hanging out here because I'm going to order some shorties. I need a shorty to go from here to here and here to here and here to here. I'm going to order some shorties tonight to fill in, but for now I need the tune. Seeing as the harness was already used and wired in kind of an odd way, we're redoing this, and I've stripped it all back to something that I can work with. And let's get started. Alright guys, so I got it installed. I want to show you this little controller here. I've got a basic tune set up. This is going to be installed somewhere. It has a volume control. I'm going to get close so y'all can see it. It also has the subwoofer control. I haven't figured out how to get to that yet. I'm working on that. Can't do that. I'm working on it, but you push this once and it goes to mute. So if you do a long press, you can select what source you're inputting from. And we can do high level, Bluetooth, aux, coaxial, optical. And we are on Bluetooth right now, so you leave it there for a second and it plays Bluetooth. So you do a long press and then another press, and you can get to the different tunings that you have set up. And we're using tune 1 right now, but you would just select it and press the button and it would load it, and loads the tune. I'm still trying to figure out how to get to the that sub volume control. I'm not sure. It should be here, but I haven't figured it out yet. So a long press, another press. All right, there it is. So that allows you to control the subwoofer level from in here. And I can leave it on that if I want to, I think. Let's see if it stays on there. Nope, it goes back to the volume. So it defaults back to volume. And it's always on volume. Then so you do one press and 2 more presses and you get the sub. What if I keep pressing that? Okay, so it goes through those 3 things. Then I can control the sub control, set it where I want it. So if I want to really crank down on the sub, I can, for, you know, wife trips and stuff. But by default, it does volume control. So if you leave it alone for a minute, it goes back to this. This shows you what memory, shows you which tune you're on, shows you your sub control and your volume, and it shows you what source. So that's freaking cool, right? So this little dude right here, I don't know how good you guys can see this, but it's just a little box here. It's going to go somewhere in here, and I ain't sure where. I could put it up here in this, close off one of these air conditioner vents and mount it right up there. That'd be kind of cool. But I'm thinking about putting it down here, somewhere down in here on my thing, where I could just reach down there and, you know, get volumey with it. That's what I'm thinking about. Down here by my switch, I can mount it in this panel. I won't have to tear up anything else. Of course, this thing is completely basified, so it's not really a big deal to tear something up. But do I want to lose an air conditioner vent? I don't know. So that's not, I mean, that was just a thought that I had, is putting it there. I mean, it kind of would fit. I can just build a plate and put it right there. But that's not really what I'm going to do, probably. It's just a thought. And I'm trying to key on in here. Right now, we're sitting here with running off batteries, and but I could mount it where I had this little screen at, which I'm not using. I could mount it there. Let me see here. I'll turn on a light in here. I don't have much lights in here, but I put that voltmeter down there, and I'm not even using it. So I could just cut this out again and maybe mount it right in there. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know how good of a knob position that would be, but it'd be about like this, but further in, of course. That's kind of cool. So you guys, y'all vote on that. Should I go there? I kind of dig that. I really do kind of dig that. Or should I mount it down here? The thing about mounting something down here is I end up laying stuff in this area all the time. This is my default clutter spot. So that might be the better location right there. You guys, if you think I should mount it right here on in the center of the display, you know, under the heat and air controls, throw that out there. And if you think I should mount it down here on the console panel, maybe up here somewhere, that would be cool. It'd be easier to do this, but it might be cooler to do that. I'm not even 100% sure I can do that, because there's a lot of shit back here. And I may end up hooking that back up. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Y'all throw it in the comments what you think I should do there. I'm kind of leaning towards this, as much of a pain in the butt as it's going to be, because I really like having the tablet in here, and this functionality gives me a volume control right there, and so it would be cool. And I'm going to keep the tablet in that area. I may move it around a little bit, but it's going to stay right there. So I like this. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it. Dang, them mirror lights, they don't play, man. They light up the whole wall back here. Well, you put them in that reverse, or you turn the thing off, well, they get down. So here's the thing. I got some wires just randomly plugged in here. But what I need is a single wire about, you know, that long. I'd say a foot. And then I need some sets that are, well, a foot. I mean, I got to go from here to here and from here to there. The shortest thing I could do, I could run 3 sets of 1 foot long cords, but I only need one on that one. I could always just kind of, you know, peel one off and just create a single. So I need to order RCAs, because this ain't gonna work right here, man. This is just way too many. I'm gonna get some shorties. I'm gonna get in there and order those. But this is where we ended up putting the thing. It looks real good. It's powered up right now, so you can see the lights are on down there, the lights on there, and there's a blue light on up here. This thing is just phenomenal, guys. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I know it's expensive. It's an $800 DSP, but if you can swing it, this is the jam right here. This thing right here is the jam. Just saying, it's not cheap, but you can carry this through many builds. This has 8 channels of output, 6 channels of input. So, and it does the optical, it does the digital, it does the normal RCAs, 6 channels. It does the high level, so you can pull this straight off a factory stereo and work with it that way. It'll even do high level signal sensing, so you can turn the switch on. The switch is right up there. You turn that switch on, and then when it sees a high level signal coming off your stereo, it just turns on, and Bob's your uncle. You can mount this sucker back there by the amplifiers and call it good. It does Bluetooth. I just set it all up on Bluetooth on my phone. We're using the Bluetooth app to go in here and work on the DSP. You can also plug a cord in, and that cord will attach to your PC, and you can set it up on a PC. It's a lot easier to work with, but I like using my phone, so that's what I used. And you can Bluetooth straight to it. So you set this guy up back there with your amplifiers, run the power to it, and the power, you know, and give it so it puts out a signal. Then it does an automated thing where it turns on the amplifiers after it turns on, so it makes everything no pops, no noises. It's got balanced inputs and all that stuff, so it doesn't cause noise when the engine's running. It'll eliminate those problems, and you don't even have to change out your factory stereo. You could install this in the back and then just Bluetooth your phone to it, get in there and run the volume control up front like I did, and then you got a volume control right there. You don't even need it's just brilliant. It really is. So if you guys are looking for something cool, that's cool. It ain't cheap. Like I said, it's $800, but you're getting top quality, like extremely high quality stuff. This also has that cool fancy HD Bluetooth thing. And my phone did connect to it, and so does my tablet. They both jammed right in there and connected. It's all wireless and freaking amazing. So I'm gonna go in and order some cords. I hope you guys can appreciate this. I really like the way it looks. It could be even better. I haven't even finished installing everything. I've got to attach this wire, bolt it down, do some the RCS, all that stuff. But we have got it planned. Got a pretty decent little tune going on. I'm going to work on that some more, and I got some more stuff I'm going to do out here. But I wanted to drop you guys a video and tell you about what was going on with the wicked cool, wicked sounding, slapping hoe. That we ain't messing around, guys. This is some serious business. Oh, and on a side note, I joined a gang. You know, I needed protection. I needed, you know, no, really, I didn't join a gang, but I did join a club. So a bass club, if you will. And Savage Sounds here in Springfield, Missouri, tossed me an invite to join their club, Car Audio Bass Club. I'm not sure what you call it. Bunch of crazy people, and they're all very good people. I've known them all for quite a while. I've been good friends with them for a long time, and they decided they wanted me in the club, so they tossed me an invite. And I accepted the invite. So we're going to be running the Savage Sounds logo on here, and we're going to be doing a lot of things. So just keep the subscribe button mashed, and of course Sunday I'll be doing the live, and of course randomly videos come up. Sometimes they're cat videos because cats are cool. If you don't like cats, then unsubscribe right now, because I'm a cat person, and that's how that works. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about that. I'm going to be doing something. I'm going to probably do the thing. I don't know, but I'm really starting to think about it. I like it more and more. I think about it, the more I like it right there in that spot. But we're going to head inside right, because I've got to get on Amazon and find some good stuff for some cables. I'm going to do some cool cabling. Peace, guys.